Hey, hi everyone. So today we are going to see the installation of Ansible, right? How we can install the Ansible. We have already gone through the fundamental of the Ansible and everything, right? So it's very important that you should have a very hands-on experience that how you will install the Ansible. What is the meaning of master? What is the meaning of server? That we are going to start now. Yeah. So I logged into the AWS console, right? I just want to spin two of the servers. It's just purely a exercise perspective, right? So that you can get an exposure, right? So let me go through that. I will click on the instances, basically EC2. Yeah. So basically I want to spin two of the servers. You can go to the launch instance quickly and we will just give a name to in that is, let's say, better to put it Ansible, right? And I want to create two instances, which one I will create as a master and the second one I will create as an server, right? Our concept. Then we are talking about operating system. I selected Ubuntu, and if you can go to the drop down, always remember that because you are in the free tier, you're doing all this hands-on and all that, so you should always select the free tier eligible, right? So I selected that 64-bit architecture and all that. Nothing I will change there. Instance type is to micro, which is again free tier eligible. So I will see if there is any key pair. If not, then create a key pair. Just put the name as Ansible, right? Ansible key, and then create a key pair, right? Go down back in this, allow SSH traffics and all that, and then configure the storage. I mean, if you see, pretty much it's the default configuration. I'm not doing any modification, right? And you're just trying to create ad hoc quickly the servers where we will go and install our master and the server configuration, and we will do the hand. So nothing I'm going to do change over here. I mean, obviously it's a very advanced configuration and all that. So pretty much we are good, and then we will launch the instance. So let's wait for the launch to instance, and then our target is to learn Ansible. Always remember, we are not learning cloud. So if you're not very sure about what exactly I did right now on the AWS console, so nothing to worry about. I mean, I will say just do this so that you will have a little bit of idea that what exactly and where you can go and do the hands-on for the Ansible. So don't think much from the console perspective, whatever we have done right now. Okay, it's just a kind of quick thing I did. So see, one is Ansible. I will try to edit this as a master. Okay, intentionally I am doing that so that it will be easy for me to give this demo when I am going to install the Ansible, and the other one is server. So we have a concept of the master and server. This is my master instance, this is my server instance, right? Both of them are now in the running state and all that. So let's open this master, right, and try to connect. So when you connect, basically in the AWS you will see that EC2 instance connect we have. I mean, we don't need to log into putty or any terminal, right, to connect. It's give you a web-based browser connect, right, and then you are doing a connection. Similarly, we will go to the second instance of the server, right, and again we will connect. So now technically we logged into those servers, right, which you do from the terminals and all that to the server connect, and it is easy now. It's quite easy accessible. You logged into the AWS and all that, right? One thing important to understand, see, this is one of my EC2 instance, correct? Here you need to understand one point. This is the master one, right, and this is the server one. So now we will start our installation of the master and the server. So let me share the quick commands. Yeah, if you remember, we have talked about installation of the things on the master as well as on the server, right? So first important thing is run this sudo apt update command on both the server and try to understand that whether you have anything to update from the apt package perspective. Okay, it's just a very fundamental command that usually we do when we install anything, right? So let me go down, right click and paste this command. So if you see, I did it on the master, right? This is the things going on the master. This side is our server. I will paste again on the server, right? This is also done. Now quickly I will start the installation of the Ansible. It's very, it's easy. Just you need to do the sudo apt install and the Ansible. It will take some time, but yes, it will be done quickly. So now before that, I will do this installation on the master. That's very important for you to understand where you are executing the command, whether you are executing on the master, whether you are executing on the server. So you are executing on the master. Let's go to the master, right click and the paste, and then you will do this, right? And the Y is the continue, right? So see your progress, your Ansible is in progress right now. And then I will try to give you the idea that how your master will understand the concept of your server, and how the master will connect to the SSH. Through SSH it connect to the server, right? It will take some time because we are installing it. You can see this, all the setting of the Python and all that, because Ansible might need in the background to run the Python and all, everything you can see on the fly on the screen. Yeah, and it's done. So now let's go to the cd etc/ansible. This is the path where Ansible will install, and now you can see, yes, it's got installed. We have this etc Ansible file and all that. We have host, we have Ansible dot this. Now I will quickly show you what exactly in the Ansible dot config file, right? So if you see, a few basic default values are there, right? Like inventory, library, module utilities and all that, right? So your host is the inventory. This is what usually we will listen in the terms of Ansible, that okay, you are defining this on the host, right? So now we will go outside in the host and try to see what is there in the host. Okay, now this one, and then you can do sudo vi. I know that I need to run it through the super user, that's why I'm doing it directly. I mean, you can try with vi host also, that's not an issue, right? Then I will go to the host, and then you will see how the host is defined, right? So host is defined in the two different way. Either you explain that on grouped host, or either you explain as a collection of hosts, right? You have defined, like, let's say web server, and then you have divide the DNS name or the IP address name and all that, right? So similarly we will define the, in our case, okay, we will define one IP group, or you can say as a IP, right? So anything you can define of the under one of the configuration file, which is the host file, right? So I have defined like web server, and here I will add the details of my this server, right? So I will go to the console again, back. I will come back here. I will go to the instance. If you see, this is my server, right? I will click here and I will try to take the IPv4 address. I will take this now. Okay. This is my server. I will not add anything here. I am doing everything on the master. Always remember this. I am putting this, my details. Now, this is my master setup, right? And if you see, I have only opened the host file till now. I have not done any configuration except the host file, correct? I have added here, correct? And then I will save this. So I added the configuration of my server details. Let's say you have 100 server details. You can put all the 100 server over here, so that the master will be in a position to authenticate to all the servers through the SSH. So that is the idea behind my doing the SSH, right? That is the point number one. The next point that is very important is that you can now execute few of the Ansible commands and see whether you are in a position to do the connection or not, right? So we have one called ping module. Okay, let me control C this, and I will go here and I will paste this. You see here, you are not able to ping, right? Are you want to continue? Then I will say yes. Then it say no, I am not able to reach this, unreachable. And what is this? 87.18. I will go here and I will see you. See, 87.18 is my server details. So this master is not able to connect to your what I can say, to your server machines, right? So it is unreachable. I mean, still there is something need to be done on the master in order to connect that, right? That I'm just trying to tell you what I different sets of error you will also find while doing the installation, right? So everything is done actually except the SSH key. So we will quickly do the SSH key. Okay, then public key generation we need to do. We will open this, enter, and then again we will go to the enter, and then we will open this public key. Yeah, and after the public key generation, I will paste it over here. Okay, and then let me hold for a second.